Hello, my name is Andy, and welcome to Yoga Babee. This will be a 20-minute heart-opening sequence appropriate for beginners. Make sure before you participate that you have doctor's approval for both you and your baby to complete this workout. With me today, I have my 2-month-old Poppy. We are wearing a solid baby wrap, but depending on the age of your baby, you could also use a more structured carrier such as an Yoga Babee. I'm just doing these checks quickly here before moving into the practice. Making sure your baby's legs are in an M shape with the knees at hip height, finding a C curve in the spine. You want their head to be close enough to kiss, making sure you can see their face and their airway is clear. Okay, now to get started, we're going to come into mountain pose. Root down into the feet. Arms can be by the sides, palm facing forward, or if you prefer, you can use your hands to support your baby. Let your eyes close. And just start to tune in with your breath. Nice and easy, in through the nose, out through the nose. You might at this time notice your baby's breath as well. And we know that our energies directly can impact our baby's energies and vice versa, so just taking a moment to recognize that as you continue to notice your breath. Keep your eyes closed. Gently start to shift your weight forward and back, matching your breath to movement. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. And just rooting down through the four corners of the feet. Big toe mound, little toe mound, inner and outer heel. And then adding in some gentle circles, rolling to one side as you inhale, coming back around as you exhale. And then finding some stillness. Back to mountain pose. Release your arms down by your sides, palms can face forward. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, extend your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Interlace your fingers so your palms are up towards the ceiling. We're going to do some side bending. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend over towards the right side. Side body stretch. Inhale, come up through center. And then exhale, take a side body stretch over in the opposite direction. Inhale back to center, a little bit quicker. Exhale over towards the right. Inhale center and exhale over towards the left. Inhale center, exhale right. Inhale center, exhale left. Inhale, reach up through the center. Exhale, release your arms down by your sides. Roll your shoulders down your back. Bring your palms to your low back, fingertips facing the floor, elbows drawing in towards each other, and lift the heart up towards the ceiling. So kind of lengthening the front side of the body, opening the chest. And then exhale, restack the spine, shake it out for a moment. We're going to continue to move into our standing posture. So feet are hips width distance apart, inner hips width distance apart where your hip bones are. Toes parallel. You're going to inhale, sit back and come into chair pose. Weights in the heels. Fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling, tailbone lengthening towards the back edge of your mat. You can bring a hand down to support your baby and then step your right foot back and heel toe your front foot over so you've got front heel to back arch alignment. Reach out actively through the fingertips. Front knee is tracking over the front ankle. Tailbone lengthening towards the floor. Soften the shoulders down away from the ears. Extend the fingertips out long. Press down through the pinky toe edge of your back foot. Back thigh is strong. Press into your left heel and engage the left outer glute as it draws underneath of you. Take your palm to face up towards the ceiling, take an inhale, and on your exhale, reach your left arm up and back behind you, coming into reverse warrior, side body stretch for that left side body. And close your eyes here, using your right hand to support your baby. Inhale, and exhale, make your way back to warrior two. Take your time with this transition. You're going to take your hips to face towards the side wall, so they're parallel. Feet are hips width distance apart now. Soft bend in your back knee. We're coming into a high lunge. Lengthen your tailbone towards the floor, coming into a neutral spine. Arms find goalpost position. You're going to lift the heart and the chest up towards the ceiling to come into a back bend. You can keep your arms in goalpost arms or bring your arms down to your baby for support. Or if you'd like, extending the arms up overhead for more challenging variation. And then exhale, step back to the top of your mat. Reset in mountain pose. Arms can be down by your sides. We'll take a few cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Again, inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale out. Setting up for chair pose. Again, we're going to repeat that. So feet are hips width distance apart. Toes facing forward, feet parallel. Inhale, sit your hips back, come into chair pose. Feel the quads light up. Belly button drawing in towards the spine so your core is engaged. Head and neck in neutral. Bring one hand down to support your baby. We're going to start to transition into warrior two. So this time, that left leg is going to step back. Front heel in line with the middle of the back arch, so heel toe that right foot over. Bend into your right knee. So the knee's tracking over the ankle, toes still face forward. And your back foot's at a bit of an angle, kind of up towards the top corner of your mat. Arms are at shoulder height. Fingertips extending out long. Come back to your breath here. You might feel some heat building in the lower parts of the body. That's totally normal. Take your palm to face up, inhale, and then exhale, reach up behind you, reverse warrior, side body stretch. Lengthening that right side body, sinking forward in the front knee. As your fingertips reach towards the back wall. And then inhale, rise back up, warrior two. Take your time transitioning into that high lunge position. So you're going to take your feet parallel, feet are hips width distance apart. Bend into the back knee. Lengthen the tailbone down, draw the belly up and in. Goalpost arms to start, lift your heart up. Imagine your back bending up and over a beach ball. So lengthening and then finding that back bend. Option to bring your hands to your baby for support, or extend the arms up overhead. Hold here, finding your breath again, breathing in, breathing out, noticing any sensations that come up. Exhale, bring your hands back down and then step to the top of your mat. Back to mountain pose, back to that cleansing breath. Inhale, exhale, again, inhale, exhale out, and last time, inhale and exhale. We're going to start to transition down to the floor. Taking your time. If you have sensitive knees, this would be a good moment to grab a blanket or roll up your mat so you have a little more support. We're coming into a few rounds of camel pose, so a really nice heart opener here. We've been prepping for this in our last couple poses. Making sure your feet are still hips width distance apart. Tuck your toes underneath of you. Making sure the hips are over the knees, and then just double checking baby so nice and secure. We're going to start with the hands at the base of the spine, using the fingertips to cue that tailbone towards the floor. Draw the front hip points and the ribs in towards each other. So just another way of saying the belly is drawing in, and then lengthen your heart up towards the ceiling. Come back to your breath. Even if this is challenging for you, just noticing, breathing through it. And then on your inhale, rise up and out. And exhale, sit back, coming into a kneeling position if that's comfortable for you. Just taking a moment, coming back down, breathing, checking in. Back bends are usually pretty energizing, so you might notice heart rates come up a little bit. And then we're going to rise up for round 2. So this time, you can keep your hands at the base of your spine, or option to bring your arms around your baby so that you can support them and maybe get a little deeper into your back bend. You can have the toes tucked underneath of you, or this time, you can have the toes untucked with the spaces where your shoelaces go on the mat. Inhale, get long, lengthen, and then exhale, start to lift your chest up and back, coming into that back bend. If it works for you to imagine that beach ball, so you're coming up and over the beach ball. If you feel any pain or tenderness in your low back, come out of it a little bit. You might just be a little too deep into the stretch. Think about lengthening through the front side of the body as opposed to bending into the back. And then inhale, rise up. And exhale, sit back, coming into your kneeling position. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale, exhale out. Again, 2 more. Inhale, exhale, and last time, breathing in and breathing out. We've got 1 more round, camel pose here. So it's up to you if you'd rather have your hands on your baby or your hands behind your back. I'm gonna do hands behind my back this time. Fingertips towards the ceiling, towards the floor. Roll the shoulders down the back. And inhale, lengthen, exhale, start to move into that back bend, making sure your hips are staying over top your knees. Tailbone lengthening towards the backs of the knees. Last breath, inhale, exhale out and rise up. Sit back into your kneeling position. The rest of the sequence will maintain on the floor, so you can remove whatever you used under your knees if you had anything there. You might keep a blanket, rolled up blanket, or a yoga block near you for this next section. Go ahead and sit your hips to one side and swing your legs around in front of you. Coming into staff pose, so extend your legs out long, flex into the feet, soft bend in the knees, especially if you've got tight hamstrings. And if you know you have tight hamstrings, this might be an opportunity to sit up on a rolled up blanket or a block, just to encourage a neutral position in the spine. Fingertips at your sides, you're gonna get nice and tall. Inhale, and then exhale, start to lean forward into a hamstring stretch. So you can see I've brought my fingertips back behind me, just kind of counterbalance my little one in the front. And you don't have to fold very far forward, especially with a neutral spine, to start to feel a stretch in the backs of the legs. Head and neck in neutral. Let your eyes close. Inhale, start to rise up, shake your legs out. Next, we're coming into a wide leg forward fold. So open up your legs to a comfortable V position. If you were seated up on a blanket or a block, you can keep that there. And then your fingertips are going to come behind you. Press up so your spine is nice and long. Space between the thighs rolls towards the floor. And then you can bring your fingertips forward if you'd like, or keep them behind you. You can see I've given my baby a little hug here and just hinging forward from the hips, keeping that spine really long for a nice stretch. Flexing into the toes, knees and toes point up towards the ceiling. Couple more breaths here. And then as you're ready, inhale and rise up. Next, coming into side body stretch. So you're going to take just one leg, bend it in, your right leg, and the right sole of the foot will come into the inner left thigh. Coming into the side body stretch, you're going to reach your right arm up and over, and then you can bring your left arm down to support your baby as you stretch over towards the left. You can also extend your left arm out to the side, to your inner ankle, inner calf, if that feels okay. Gaze can be up under the arm or down at your baby, whatever's most comfortable for your neck. And then inhale, rise up. Now coming into bound ankle pose, so the soles of the feet will come together to a butterfly position. Again, you can stay seated on that block or blanket for a little extra height to keep your spine in neutral, and then bring your fingertips behind you. Sit up nice and tall. You can stay there or bring your hands forward and start to hinge forward from the hips, keeping that spine long, supporting your baby as needed. I just did a little check to make sure her feet aren't all stuck under me. Making sure the airway is still open. And then letting your eyes close, head down as you stretch open through the hips, letting the knees fall open to the sides. Inhale, rise up. We're going to take that side body stretch on the other side. So bring the left sole of the foot into the inner thigh. Flex through the right leg. Extend your left arm up and over as you come into a side body stretch on the left side. Again, options, you can support your baby. You can have your arm down by your inner calf, inner ankle. Gaze can be up under the arm. Inhale, lengthen, maybe deepen, stretch just a bit. Inhale, come back up through center. And then finally, we're just going to finish in a seated position. So find a comfortable seat. You can be propped up on that blanket or block if you like. Just let your eyes close. And we'll just finish with a short seated meditation. For the next couple minutes, try to just be here with your baby, with yourself, just sitting with things as they are, putting off any to-do lists. That will all be there for you in a couple minutes, but right now, you're just focusing on you, your baby, and your shared breath. Let go of any effort related to your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, and on your inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Take a nice stretch. And as you exhale, bring your palms down through heart center. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Andy from Yoga Babee. We hope to practice with you again soon.